All right. So let me start introducing myself. So my name is Priyanka Mathur, and I am part of Skill AI. And I've joined from US. It's quite early morning here, but going through all the session, and I mean, let me congratulate the team here for putting up such a wonderful show and explaining the things which are very very relevant today. So a good afternoon to all the speakers, the organizers, and to the attendees of this session. So the topic which I will be, discussing on is the geographical imbalance and how our product in Skill AI is going to, meet or try to solve that particular problem. So as they say, not enough is here, and because there are so many that are available here. So it means that the geographical imbalance, it's becoming a widespread problem. It is leading to a brain drain situation where the skilled professionals starts moving out of the country in terms of better opportunities, in terms of better job careers to other places. And and there can be number of factors here. The factors can be that the requirements that are there in Kuwait, they are not aware of. The recruiters are not able to find the right fit for the candidates. uh, there can be many reasons. They are not able to sell their experience to the companies. So putting all this together as an artificial intelligence, that's what our company has taken up the information and built a product around it, so that we try to solve this geographical imbalance problem in Kuwait right now. So as we know, in Kuwait, two-thirds of the population, are basically from the expat settlers that are there, and many of its own people are not able to get the right kind of job, or do not are not able to project themselves to the companies who have the requirements with them. So, to meet this geographical imbalance, our AI chatbot. So, basically, our product is the where we collect the artificial intelligence, in terms of the candidates that are available, and a chatbot will be able to solve this if we are able to use this for the companies that are there in Kuwait, or for the government if they would like to use that. So it focuses on a particular segment, so it can focus on a particular technology, it can focus on a particular group of people. So it can be used, the our chatbot can be used by with many 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 features that we have by many other organizations within Kuwait. And a chatbot also tries to improvise the quality of hiring that is being done. So before I start the presentation for the product that we have from Skill AI, I just wanted to give you a brief background about Skill AI. So in the year 2018 to 19, we did an extensive research with the HR professionals, with the companies, with other CEO, or even with the hiring team that is there across the globe, to know what are the challenges. What is the challenge that companies face to hire the right kind of employees? And what we could understand is that there is a quite good talent pool that are available, but the right kind of projection of those talent pool is not available to them. The companies are not able to find the right fit for their requirements. So these things led us to build up this product, which I'm going to take up in my slides, and also I will give you a demo how does it work, so for a better understanding for all. So let me share my screen with you. Okay, so this is where I would like to start first, and probably there are a lot of features in our product, or we have a lot of services from Skill AI, and probably I will go back and can take you through that. So, if you look at when we try to analyze what were the basic recruitment problems and what is the time that it takes for an organization to fulfill a particular requirement. So, typically for engineering, for consulting, IT, or market or administrative kind of roles, it's taking up to more than 60 days for a recruiter or for an organization to fulfill a requirement. So 60 days time for an end-to-end process where the company might lose out the position to another customer, or the candidates might not be available in the market because they are not waiting for 60 days for them to confirm. They have better opportunities within Kuwait, outside Kuwait, to move out. Now this happens when there is face to face interviews that is being scheduled, which it becomes very difficult for the recruiters to set up, and that takes time. There is mass hiring that is being done, again that takes time. There's a lot of within hiring, there are a lot of things where a recruiter would like to evaluate. There are various steps like the basic screening that is to be done. Next is the recruiter would also like to understand the next level, the technical interview that has to be done. There are delays there. To sum it up, the hiring delays, the recruitment problems is where our focus area was to build up our product in Skill AI. Now, to let's look at so when our product came for Skill AI, we named it as Lisa. So Lisa basically is a bot that would be interacting with the candidates. It is it is based on completely artificial intelligence that it collects during the interviews from the candidate and circles back to the organization or to the recruiter and fasten this process of hiring that is there in the organization. So what does Lisa do? So Lisa, when the candidate would try to give an interview with a Lisa, it tries to firstly detect the face recognition or would like to see the candidate. Now, as a recruiter, if I'm trying to speak up to a candidate, I might not know it is the right person who is giving the interview, or somebody else is taking my a call. So to eliminate those kind of the human intervention where we might not get the right candidate, Lisa does that. There's a voice assessment, there is a face recognition that is there. Lisa also helps to saves overall time and resources. A candidate can take up this assessment anywhere, any part of the globe, and there is no need for the recruiter to go for a video screening session, and Lisa will be processing this feedback to the recruiter or to the company and fasten the overall process of hiring. Now, moving on to the next, why and how it is being done. Just let me one second. Okay, okay, sorry. So how does Lisa work? So how does our bot, the artificial bot works? It is basically, our bot can interact with the various channels that are available. It can work with in a website. It can be taken up in a mobile apps or through email or WhatsApp, and then it tries to integrate it with the various applications or various enterprise systems that are available with us, like with Oracle, with SAP, with Cisco, and then we it has been deployed to the organization on various cloud platforms and premises like Azure or Google Cloud. So this is basically the architecture. How does it work? It's very, very simple for any organization or for any recruiter to schedule interview or to take up this assessment. So if we look at, these are one of slides which I would like to show, and these are the major clients who is are using our Lisa bot, as our their primary for primary assessment for the candidates in hiring. So these are the major clients. It's spread across. Our headquarters, as I said, is in United States, and we are spread across. We have a presence in Kuwait, we have presence in Chile, we have a presence in India. So across globe, our clients are using. This is one of the latest technologies that has been built up to take up the interviews. So how does this bot, how does this bot works? How would an company would expect, or what candidates could would like to see when they give the interview, is what I will be taking it up. A few features would I would like to highlight here is that it is a video conferencing or a one-to-one, like a session for with the chatbot that is there. There are the voice features, there are other context that has been embedded, and this gets recorded, and this is where the evaluation happens. And it is just not on the basis of HR that we do an evaluation for a candidate. It is technical evaluation, and the candidates can the recruiters can use this to evaluate candidates and put it forward to the clients. Even the candidates can use our services, where they can give the required interviews or take up the assessment and put it up in the profile, stating that they have been equally qualified, or they are they have taken the assessment, and they are ready to be deployed in actively in the requirements that are available in Kuwait. So before we go, I want to show how our product works. So once an organization tries to sign up with us, so we will be giving them our login. And just to have a demo login to you, I'll just log in and see. Okay, this is the page where the business or the recruiter would be getting for a product, and to take request for an assessment. So even the candidates can come and take an assessment with Lisa. They can schedule an interview the for the assessment. They can put up in their profile, or the recruiters in various companies who are in aligned with our product come and use our services. So it is you have there is a mandatory few fields that they have to fill in
Excuse me,
there.
Priyanka. Still slide only showing. Your login is not showing.
Still my slide is being showing, one
Yes, yes.
second. Let
Yeah,
me know if my
yeah. Now,
Okay, so
now it's
let
okay.
me quickly just take you back through how the login is being done, and then probably. So this is our login page for Skill AI, where basically the assessments are being scheduled. As I said, the company can use our services as well. The candidates can use our services to upskill and to uh, I mean, take the assessment and put it up in their profile, and share that they have been assessed already on those services. They are ready to be deployed, and for the suitable requirements. So once we get a login page, there's a verification code that is being sent to the company or the client, and the page that comes in where we have the assessment page where they have to schedule this meeting. So this is the bot assessment page, where the basic information is being taken. So typically, if a company is the recruiters or the candidates who are going to take up the assessment, they will have to fill in some mandatory fields here. I'm just giving some, you know, demo. Okay. Uh, their resume has to be uploaded here. Now, if the recruiter would like the Lisa to take up their, uh, uh, I mean, their face detection, or to know whether the particular candidate who has, subscribed for this assessment is the same or not. As I mentioned earlier, in hiring, a lot of feedback that we had received from previous organizations where the person who is taking the interview is not the same, and the person who comes and joins the company is completely different. So because all the evaluations, the traditional way of doing a recruitment, where it is mostly telephonic, and when it is being shared with the customer, it goes with a video conferencing, and that's where the entire process of recruitment fails. So to bridge that gap is where our where our product is, and it uses the photograph to do the face detection. It uses the voice of the candidate as the voice detection. So we will have to say it yes here and upload the photograph of the candidate. For example, this particular requirement is for Java, or let me say Node, and I want Lisa to take up the interview. So in our product, there are more than 50 skills that are available, which has been we have done a thorough market research. What are the basic skills, or what are the key skills that an organization look at, the technologies that are available, and we have trained this model accordingly. So when these questions we will build up, we'll ask Lisa to build up a questions for us automatically with relates to Java or with Node.js. Lisa will be, taking up all the questions that are available in the database. Again, as I said, this model is trained basis the research that we have done. So there are multiple technologies, multiple skills where our product is being, trained on, and it's just that we have to put the skills here, and Lisa will build up their own questions and can take up the interview. The only thing is that even if we want that the few questions that has to be deleted, we can simply go ahead and do that. So if the recruiter does not want these questions, they can go ahead and remove the questions. If the recruiter wants to change the serial order of the questions, they can do that. Even the candidates who's taking the assessment would like to, directly do this, that is also available. If they would like to create a new question which is not available in the database, that also they can go ahead and do that. Now, you must be thinking, how does Lisa evaluate then, on such skills, how on Java or any Oracle or database, any skill. So these are the questions that been put up to Lisa. There is also the answers that has been there for these questions, and those answers have certain keywords. Now Lisa would listen to those answers that has been shared by the candidate, or while taking the assessment the candidate says, every candidate has a different way of answering the question, but Lisa would be picking up those keywords from the answers, and would be evaluating on those basis. Now, if those keywords are not available on those answers, then Lisa would be putting a assessment as probably maybe the recruiter would like to check those answers, or would like to check those assessment again. Mostly these are, if this is a technical questions, if these are technical questions, then it is quite straight to the point, and it's quite easy for Lisa to take up. But when it comes for assessment for For example, for an HR round of assessment on some kind of skills where it is more on the behavioral part of it, or more on the cultural trait part of it, Lisa is trained very well to answer or take up those questions as well. So the way candidate answers those questions, the way their answers has been framed, is where the Lisa, given assessment on that. So once the interview is scheduled, the once the interview is scheduled for whatever date and time, we have to select the date and time and the time zone that is available. Mostly all time zones that are there is we have in our product. So whether it's India, New York, or it is in Kuwait time, and then we do that, schedule this interview. Once the interview is being scheduled, email gets triggered from our system to the candidate as well as to the recruiter to take up the assessment. So to take up that assessment, I would also show how does it work. So since we just discussed about Dr. Noor just discussed about project management, so I would show a video where the Lisa is taking an interview for a project management. So while doing the assessment, Lisa very well looks at the overall communication skills, evaluates on their behavioral skills, evaluates on the cultural and the technical skills, and then give a feedback whether it is the right fit for the company or not. And if candidates want to assess themselves, they are also taking the assessment. They will also be given a feedback how they are, when they are giving the interview, so that they can improve upon. So it is two ways our services can be used. One where the candidate themselves would like to see where they are in terms of in the terms of technology or the requirements that we have. And secondly, also for the organization to do a fitment or do a recruitment process, and to do it fast, because our assessment, once assessment is being taken by any candidate, the feedback is processed within 5 hours. So that's our SLA. So it is less than 5 hours, but depending upon the load that we have on the bot, but we give it to our clients as 5 hours, but within 1 or 2 hours it has been done, the feedback has been given, yes or no by the Lisa. The complete detailed feedback, why it is a yes and why it is a no, is being shared. And then the the hiring team moves ahead. Either they would like to share it with the client, or they would like to drop the candidate. So this is the latest technology that has been built up. It has been quite appreciative in the market in US and other countries as well. And definitely we would like to bring this up in Kuwait, if there is, and especially when there is so much of discussion around the geographical imbalance that we have there, and use our services, so other companies or even the candidates can sign up and use our services and see how it can eliminate their the cost of putting extra manpower to do the hiring process, or eliminate the time that is being taken and reduce, and quickly close on the recruitment process. So I will be sharing a video now with all of you, where you can see how Lisa can let me know if it is audible and my screen is visible.
Yes, Priyanka, it is audible.
So that's how, when the screen that's how happens, when our when any candidate signs up and would like to one second, there's something. So that's how, when any candidate signs up our services, they will be given a meeting request to join. And once they join, then they would be taking the assessment. Lisa will be constantly telling the candidate in case they are not audible, in case there is no eye contact that is being met. And if the assessment is not going proper, if Lisa is not able to hear. So that ways, our product would give messages that, and in if someone else has joined, then even that they would put it up to the candidates that it is not available. Okay, now let's look at the video. I'm just going to share
Okay.
my screen.
I believe that the trainee tool can help any
Your
organization.
your
As a company,
screen is not shared.
one person might be dealing with
Yes,
how do I
one
deal with
second.
payroll changes when it comes from dealing with 10 people to 20. But as you get larger,
Hi, John. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Thank you for joining in on time. Appreciate your punctuality.
Thank you.
I just noticed looking at your profile that you had your birthday last week. Belated birthday wishes. How did you celebrate it?
Well, thank you. It was good. I celebrated with my close friends and family. Actually, I went to Hawaii on a vacation.
Wow, that's great. That is some kind of birthday that I should plan for Smile.
Yeah, it was fun and worth it.
I hear from you. Also, when I was going through your CV and I see you are a soccer fan. Brazil did excellent the last FIFA, but they were not meant to win it. What do you think?
Brazil is one team which definitely deserves to be champions. Just one bad game caused them to be out.
Yes, I agree. Before we get started, I hope you read through the instructions sent to you earlier.
Yes, I did.
Sure, one quick thing. At any point, you can ask me to repeat a question if needed.
Sure, will do.
As you are aware, this interview is for the title of Project Manager at Kairos Technologies. This individual will work directly with a multidisciplinary, multifunction group of technologists and business professionals to develop and deliver against the plan. This role will be driving technology teams through solution design/development and delivery.
Okay, good to know. Sounds interesting.
You seem to be very excited. That is nice. Good luck to you and let's begin.
Sure, thank you.
Why don't you introduce yourself, primarily focusing on project management experience?
Yes, I have an experience of 10 plus years in the software industry. I've directed multidisciplinary on 5 projects
So
so
I'm
far,
just
among which the
moving it
recent one
ahead.
is
See, this
developing
is
customized
how
CRM
basically the
application for
Lisa
vendor
bot
management for
interview
overseas
happens,
infrastructure projects.
and it
The
is a
application
live
constituted
session that
reporting
happens,
capabilities for
and
compliance
the
with
bot
US
is
and
assessing
international
the
regulations.
candidate on various questions,
Are
and
you using any
will
specific
be
tools for
recording
reporting?
the assessment
Yes,
parallelly and
GMP,
processing
Bitbucket,
it to be
and
sent
Jira.
it to the candidates as well as to the
What
recruiters.
is GitStash?
Well, Git stash diagrams and textual analysis.
What database management system does Visual Paradigm support?
Hmm. Visual Paradigm supports a wide range of
Let's
databases
move it ahead.
and always be motivated.
May I know why are you looking for a change?
Definitely looking for professional
So
growth
in the
and
end,
to take up new and
basically we
exciting
have
challenges.
few questions that are related to the
Then
HR,
you have
and
chosen the right
Lisa would
place. We
also
will not
capture in the
disappoint you.
feedback why
That's
the
nice.
candidate is looking for a change, what is driving them to take up this
Will you be willing
assessment
to
or take up a
relocate
new
if
job,
required?
for the
Yeah, I'm
recruiters to
flexible, but
understand. So
can you tell me
it
the
is
locations
like
that
a
you are
live
looking at?
person taking the interview, but it's actually a bot, our product, who is taking the interview and processing the feedback and sharing with
There
their
might be
recruiters and
occasional
clients.
traveling in your role. Hope that's okay with you.
Yeah, traveling won't be an issue.
What expectation you have from this role in our organization?
Well, I look forward to grow professionally, take up challenges, and contribute to the success of the team or organization.
So all these answers, which are
That
very, very
sounds very good
important,
to me.
is
I'm
all
very
apart
excited
from
and
the
looking
technical
forward.
questions
Me
are
too.
being, processed. So this is how our bot or other product which we have in Skill AI that will help to bring a change in COVID hiring process, getting the right candidate, even the candidates to take up self assessment to know where they stand, will will definitely help in bridging this demographical imbalance that we have there. So that is all I had to present to all of you. Let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you, Priyanka. So,
Yeah. I have a couple questions.
Okay. Yeah, please go ahead.
Firstly, thank you for the presentation. Very informative. It was very informative, and it was nice to see the simulation and the example of how it's done with Skill AI. I guess my question is like many things here in the Middle East and GCC, there are a lot of theoretical, a lot of technologies, a lot of things that make sense, that people should be doing. However, the implementation, the rollout, the marketing, and the actualization of those technologies and actually making them manifested into the culture of the country, into the mindsets for the people to accept it, and to actually trust it to where they can utilize it. And because the conference is talking about Kuwaitization and the demographic imbalance, how is the approach to, I guess, to bridge that cultural gap, to roll out, to market, to, make it something that is accepted by the locals, to make them at ease to use it, because we know that it's hard to break, old habits per se.
Okay, yes. So yes, when we have built this product in the in the 2017 or 2018, and we brought to the market, every country has their own set of challenges, and it was difficult to explain or difficult to take up take up the traditional way of recruiting and versus what we build as getting the artificial intelligence or getting the right set of candidates to the people. Even there were resistance from the people in the own country to take up, but slowly as we built on this product and as other the companies have been using it, it is definitely bridging gaps. So as I said, every country has a different set of challenges, and I'm sure Kuwait has one, and its own people will definitely, it will benefit if they will try to do an assessment for themselves, or the recruiters would try to take the assessment and share it with their clients, that see, we have so many of people that are available, why we have to go and do the hiring abroad, or these positions move to different countries when we have our own people. So unless and until we have our pool ready, we cannot bridge this gap. And definitely our product would help in building that talent pool within the country, to project it to the various I mean top clients or top companies that are there in Kuwait and others. So it can be used, as I said, both ways. As a candidate, I can take up this assessment and put up in my profile that, hey, look, I'm a Java expert and I've taken the assessment, and this is what the feedback that I have got, and I'm readily available. Or I am into project management and I have so much of experience, and this is what my assessment look like. This is a live. This can be shared with the with whoever is taking up. If the candidates are taking up or the companies are taking up, these videos are being available to them. It's not that we will be keeping in our database. This can be shared with them, and from there the pool gets created, and that's how our clients in other countries are really appreciative of this product, and we are doing well. And we hope that in Kuwait, that we build our presence, and the companies or the people, the recruiters, would use our product or services to know much more about it. So the last thing which I would like to mention here is that in case you have any questions which left unanswered, or you have any queries, please feel free to write back to info@skill.ai, and we will definitely revert back to all of you. So that's our site where you can connect with us. You can write, I'll say it again, it's info@skill.ai. So do feel free to write to us, and definitely we can give you a demo access to our product, and you can use and see how you can enhance, or how a candidate or the company can use our services.
Okay, just one last comment, I guess, or question. So you said assessment can be taken just randomly from a candidate.
Of course, it can be taken by the candidate, or if the candidate would want to get routed through a recruiter, it's also fine. Now, if these are the companies that are available there, and a candidate is looking out for an opportunity, and they tie up. So it both ways that we can take up the product.
Okay, sounds great.